Hello, fifth grade math. Okay, so we're going to be looking at fractions some more today. We have to be very, very good at switching back and forth between an improper fraction and a mixed number. We also have to be able to simplify our fractions. Now, in the last lesson I gave you, we simplified fractions. That was the beginning of our practice. We're going to be looking at fractions today in the form of mixed numbers and improper fractions. And then we're also going to be looking at how to find common denominators. These are things that you must be able to do in order to add, subtract, multiply, or divide fractions. So we're going to work on the basics first, and then we'll get into a review of actually adding, subtracting, and all of that. Okay, so the first code we're going to is that B7X, and the first thing it gives you, well, I don't know what it's going to give you first, but I've got it pulled up on my screen, and they want me to turn this, which is a mixed number, it's mixed up with wholes and fractions, that's a mixed number, they want me to turn it into an improper fraction. An improper fraction, if you'll remember, has a big number on the top and a small number on the bottom. Well, our bottom is not going to change, okay? The size of our pieces, that's our denominator. It does not change. The denominator is going to stay the same. These are sevenths, and our improper fraction needs to be also sevenths. We need to get rid of these wholes. Let's say they're whole pies, and then we have 6 pieces of another pie. We don't have all 7 pieces to make 10 pies. We're short 1 piece. If we had all 7, we would have 10 pies. We're going to take these 9 pies and we're going to break them apart into 7 pieces in each pie. Because what an improper fraction is it does not have any wholes. It's a whole bunch of pieces of pie. So a mixed number has whole pies and parts of a pie. An improper fraction is only pieces. So if you'll remember when we did these in class, we put a times sign here and a plus sign there, and we work our way around the problem. So we start with the multiplying problem that's on the bottom. 9 times 7 gives us 63. And then we have to add the top pieces. So basically what this means is we have 9 pies that have been cut into 7 pieces each. That's 9 groups of 7 pieces. That gives us 63 pieces. But we also have 6 pieces in this other pan, and it does not have enough. So we've got to take the 63 pieces from these whole pies and add them to the 6 pieces that we had in the other pan. So 63 plus 6 gives us 69 pieces of pie, and they are all size 7th pieces. Okay, so this is how we turn a mixed number into an improper fraction. I'm going to pull up the next math problem. One thing that I do want to remind you is when you're dealing with IXL, this was our answer to the last problem, yes? But you can't type it in with the bar going flat like we're used to doing in class. You have to type it in with that slash bar, so it would look, your answer is actually going to look like this when you type it in. Yes, 69/7. This is why I had you do those fraction problems yesterday, so that you would get used to having to hit that slash bar to make a fraction. Okay, you can't enter it like this unless it gives you, some of them were giving you a box up here and a box right here for you to enter the 2 numbers. But in this skill, you have to write your answer this way. Okay, so in the next problem, I'm trying to find an improper fraction. There we go. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, so we have 524, they get really big, 79ths. That means that if we had a pie, it was going to be cut into 79 pieces. And if we put all of our pieces together, we'd have 524 pieces, and they are all size 79. That means it takes 79 of them to make one whole pie. 79 pieces. So we're going to take this, which is an improper fraction, and we're going to turn it into a mixed number. How many whole pies are we going to be able to create? And do we have any pieces left over? Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. This is a division problem, my friends. We did these in class a lot, so we're just reviewing. Remember, the top number is what goes inside the division house. Yes, and the 79, the bottom number, the denominator, goes on the outside. Now you have a division problem. Remember that you need to enter the large number into the calculator, or the number that's on the inside of the house needs to be put into the calculator first. So I've got my big giant calculator here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I must put this into my calculator first. And then I'm dividing by 79. Now what I get is that big, huge decimal number. But look where the decimal is. Do you remember? If we are dealing with fractions, we cannot have a decimal answer. We need a fraction answer. So the only part of that we could take is the number that was in front of the decimal, which was a 6. Okay, it was a 6 point, and it had a big, long number after it. The only part that we can use is the 6, okay? Now we have to do a times. 6 times 79. So you get your calculator out again, and you do 6 times 79. Oh, obviously this calculator doesn't work. You know, that's just pretty typical. Okay, let's do this one. All right, 6 times 79. Okay, that gives us 474. Okay, now we're going to subtract. Do you remember all of this? Is this coming back to you? I hope so. 474. That leaves us with 50. Now, 50 is smaller than 79, so we're done. That's it, okay? So basically what this means is, remember, this is your answer. We have 6 whole pies that we were able to create, and we have 50 pieces left over. Now, what size are those pieces? How many did it take to make a whole? It took 79. So remember, this number is supposed to go over this number. Do you remember this part? But this is your whole pies you were able to make, and these are your pieces left over. Both of these are your answers, so you have to put them both down as your answer. Now, when you're typing this into IXL, remember you have to type, you're going to type the 6 just like the normal, and then next to it, you're going to type 50, leave a space, 50/79. This is how you're going to have to enter it. Make sure you leave a space here, otherwise they're going to think you're entering 650/79, and that's going to be wrong. So 6 space 50/79 is how you're going to enter this answer. 6 wholes and 50/79. Okay, that is your first math code. Okay, I'm going to do a separate video for the other math code so that if you only need help with 1 or 2 of these, you can go directly to the video that you need. All right.